been well, I like to think of myself as a landless knight because I've got a few different places where I can go to, where I know in different communities doing different things. And then one day I got a phone call from Barton Moss, which is just 3 miles outside the city centre where they're planning to do the first fracking site in Manchester. And I've been quietly watching this on the sidelines, and it was actually horrifying because I thought I'd seen it off with the protest down at Sussex. I don't know if you've seen that. And I thought that was the end of it. They're not going to be that massive crap, you know, our beautiful garden, as Kipling describes it. So, and so I decided, I got a phone call one morning of the Manchester Evening News Sunday morning, particularly after every night, asking me about this. I'm turning out down at this fracking site. They'll ask me about whether we're buying home there and so forth. And then during the early morning rant, I decided it was going to go for Salford, which was like, it was a bit off the cuff and I didn't really need it, so I was like, no. And I was in the middle of telling the woman off there, but she woke me up for Sunday morning and we were too pleased about it. So it was like a bit of an angry rant. I was more worried about how I spoke to the woman from the Manchester Evening News because they were very polite to her. So I ended up forming the rally party, first and foremost, to stand against the fracking. And secondly, is another unknown fact, what nobody knows, is in November the Queen signs over sovereignty, fiscal sovereignty of the country. This deal was signed in 2002 by Gordon Brown, and it's been quietly implemented, and it does get implemented in November when the Queen actually signs sovereignty over, and this sets us up for the Federal Europe of the planning, the CCIP it's law from. So we're about raising awareness about that, because what we can't have the bankers and the corporates having more power than the elected governments. So this could be our last ever general election, and after this we'll be voting for after this election, next time we're voting for the President of Europe. Now nobody knows this, but it's infuriating, you know what I mean? It's doing me heavy, so I've made it one of my tasks as well as trying to stop the fracking, to bring awareness to the treachery of what's going on. And it's been done again without consultation and done behind our backs. So yeah, just recently we're running for Salford. I just recently got support. I've got massive financial support now of somebody, which is absolutely incredible. So I've been in Salford University this week. I've been campaigning. We signed up over 175 members to the rally party. We've got a headquarters. We're going to try and seriously take Salford, because the reason why I want to take Salford and then the seat of Salford is because it's a local council decision whether fracking takes place or not. So that's one of the things I'm doing. Secondly, we've started a campaign now lobbying ourselves, all the local councillors, because I'm sure, like anybody, I'm sure that I do have to explain what fracking is about. I'm sure everyone knows what the consequences are. Anyway, so I've been lobbying, going to start lobbying the local councils and try and follow the Lancashire Gauge fracking, to navigate what they've done, and they managed to get all their local MPs who were actually Labour to actually change the line and stop the fracking at local council level. And this is the Labour Party, so we can make change, so we're taking action on all them levels. Another serious thing is the threat of CCIP, this is how bad it is, and why we can't have these people making the laws in our country, is where, whilst we was at, a couple of weeks ago, went to court for the eviction of this nanny, they call the nanny game. There's a bunch of grandmas who took occupied some land in Blackpool and took a section 6 on it, and it was the farmers and the drilling company, I can't remember which drilling company it is now, who were claiming back the land. And it weren't just a simple eviction notice, it turned out that also they applied for a worldwide ban on people talking about fracking. They also applied for a worldwide ban for anyone sharing any information on fracking stuff. Basically, they just wanted a worldwide ban on anyone talking about fracking. And this Godzilla, what's it called? Godzilla company, this is the people who made this application. Now the judge was absolutely horrified, he couldn't believe he thought it was just sitting on a simple eviction notice, and he demanded that this thing, what they wanted, has to go national and in the national press and discuss national importance, because this company is asking for an ending of free speech. Now this is CCIP, and these are the people that are going to try to be running our European community. So what I'm saying is, unlike Nigel Farage, who also, by the way, I just recently went down to the Saudi Ramsgate, set up a branch of the political party, the Rowdy Party, to stand against him in his own cell. And I couldn't believe how well received I was in the town. People was almost in tears, shaking their hands, thanking me for coming, because both the Labour and the Conservative councils are being caught in corruption deals and hands in the till. So they got this threat of Farage on the doorstep. So a lot of people was understanding his independence, and they've now decided to stand behind the Rowdy Party because I've got financial backing, and I can afford to run if I want to for the whole of the country. But I decided Ramsgate is a particularly important place because the world's media is focused on this Farage is doing, and he's pushing right-wing fascist bloody agenda, what he's pushing upon us all. So we've got to we can't have him as the only alternative voice to what's happening today. What else was I going to say? I've lost track a little bit now. But anyway, yeah, I'm taking direct action anyway, and I've been told by a Labour diplomat that they are worried about the threat that I am making, and I am making waves, and so, like I say, I think direct action is definitely important, and I think the biggest message we can send to our group, because the Labour Party used to be supposed to be actually speaking for the working man. There's nobody actually speaking for the working man no more. We're having all our service, but we've had our legal aid system ended, there's no more legal aid. So for instance, if you wanted to take one of these corporate companies to court because they've damaged the property house of a fracking incident, and a few of your children have gone downhill, and you haven't got a chance to claim against them because you ain't got legal aid, and you'll never be able to afford to take some massive conglomerate corporate to court. So basically, we've got that, we've got the closer in the NHS in Salford, where I am standing. Believe it or not, there's no midwife cover anymore, there's no services. All the NHS hospitals, like, we built all these brand new health centres at the cost of millions, right through all Salford. They've all been closed down. There are all these brand new buildings that have been built with taxpayers' money, and they've all been closed, ready for privatisation to be sold back to us. Now, that is absolutely unacceptable to me as well, you know what I mean? So, the politics are what I actually set off and said, I believe in free drinking water for all, I believe in free energy, free renewable energies, by the way of which, I'll get to that one, I'm way off with the policies getting excited. Free energy, free food through permaculture, so because the idea of food banks in the United States is unbelievable, so we set up these permaculture societies. And free public transport and the NHS, and once we've got them basic things covered, your food, your energy, and your travel to work, you haven't got much more to pay out for, you know what I mean? So, and I know, and there's ways we can provide it for free, so, like I said, I just recently got financial backing, so now I'm looking at buying solar farms, I'm looking at buying bio boilers, I'm looking at, so I'm going to buy hopefully a full solar farm. I'm going to start giving free energy away to show that you can give free energy away. I'm going to create, with the help of Edible Salford and other people, we're going to create edible landscapes, so everything you look at you can eat. So you've got apple trees going, you've got raspberry bushes, strawberry. That's all growing now, that's all perpetual. That don't need gardening, any sort of tending or gardening grows at a perpetual level, and that is your medicine box. Because one of the things I've been doing is I've been putting beehives into schools, and the idea that permaculture was I'm trying to get permaculture put on the school curriculum at the moment, because because like I say, the idea of food banks and that is horrifying. So we should set up community grow plots, set up these edible landscapes. What I've been putting juices also into schools because I've been trying to teach about getting your body in an alkaline state. And if you get your body alkaline, it's almost impossible for any of these major diseases to exist in your body, from cancers, diabetes, all these things. It's all down to nutrition, and you get your nutrition right through organic food and juicing, and you've got these bloody edible landscapes growing everywhere, so that you've got like medicine growing all over the place, and we're creating medicine gardens. So basically that's what I'm doing really. I'm doing like a lot of things on different fronts. I get a bit confused about and which projects I'm on that day. And then I do my daytime job, which is dancing with the Happy Mondays. And I never waste a moment now before I go on stage. Now I announce to the world that the revolution has started, that I've set up a political party, we're standing up against further working people, sex and our rights. Like you say, the Queen signed sovereignty in November. If you want to check it out, first of all, it's known as the Lisbon Treaty, the Nice Treaty. It was signed in 2002. It's going into action in November, so there's no referendum. So this is our last ever general election, and then we're voting for this like President of the Federal Europe with CCIP at the front. And me personally, I'm not going to have it, so I've decided to stand and defend my land. I'm defending my land for my sons, my grandchildren, and our future generations. I refuse to let these people who are absolutely, well, you know what I mean? I don't know how to describe them really, but they're not of the human race, I don't think, you know what I mean? And we've got to stop them destroying our land, destroying our water tables, polluting our air, because the idea of this permacultural society won't exist. And like we've got the GM crops coming here as well. If we get GM food, as soon as they plant that first crop in our soil, that is our natural ecosystem ruined. And the only food we'll have to eat from now on in will be this Monsanto. I don't know if anyone's heard of them, but and this company has basically patented every seed in the world, and it only grows once. You've got to go back and buy a seed off them. So we can't have one company controlling the world's food market. You know what I mean? This is TCIP. These are the people who are going to be running our country at the head of Europe. Now, I'm not against Europe. I really believe in the rights of Europe, but I don't want to be part of Europe with TCIP at the forefront of it. That's not what we signed up to Europe for. You know what I mean? Yeah, we want our human rights. We want some of the good things that Europe has been brought to us. But like I say, we've got to draw a line in some places, and losing fiscal sovereignty and handing over all our major decision makers to a corporation is not a future I look forward to. So basically that's the reality part in what we're doing, working with schools, going into a free school. I've also been setting up communities. I set one community up in Wales on an 18-acre farm. I've just acquired some other land to set up another community and trying to develop ways of life where you live without money, and where money is not so important, and acting in community and sharing and well, it's the way forward. So I've been sort of working on. I've turned into a bit of an idiot on the quiet, you know what I mean?
Questions that they want to ask specific. Anything that's kind of come out of, because there's tons of stuff that's come out there about lots of projects, ideas. Anybody got anything specific you want to ask first?
Which of the projects is it that you're enjoying being part of the most?
Well, the politics side and the fracking side is completely taking over my life. It's come almost full time, you know what I mean? I mean, meetings from mornings to late at night because I've taken on the game of politics, and it is really time consuming. So it takes up a whole lot of time. But the projects I enjoy most is when I'm on the land working with the permaculture project. I'm working on writing lesson plans for schools. I ran out of time for September, but luckily I've been able to speak to somebody, and I It's their horticultural certificate, and got 12 and 16 week courses now I can put into schools, and hopefully teach our kids how to know become young horticulturists, and it's the only thing that they learn at low and leave school is knowing how to create their own food, and jobs done, you know what I mean, for me. So that they're the projects there, and putting the bees into schools, because I use the bees as a symbol of the revolution, because with the bees are the givers of life, and without the bees we ain't got no life, you know what I mean. And the bees are also under attack like we are, so I use them as the symbolic symbol of the revolution.
It's a symbol of Manchester as well, isn't it?
Yeah, the symbol of Manchester, of course, yeah. That's why I use the bee man as the forefront, you know, to fight revolution with.
It's enough practoing skills, isn't there? Who's used a protractor since you were at school? How is it that? Like, what use has that ever... How does that build you into a, you know, a functioning human being for the rest of like hypotenuse? I can't remember it. Like, what would you remember something like that? You know, tools to give kids like a bit more of a wider kind of, because I think sometimes you're forced in school through a pathway, aren't you? Everyone's forced through this bullshit pathway, excuse my French. Go to school, go to uni, get your mortgage, do all of that. And I think people waking up a bit like yourself where you think like this isn't the meaning of life.
School, I think community should teach pick their teachers, you know what I mean? Who do you want to teach, and how do you want your kids to sort, and what do you want to teach you? You know what I mean? After you've done your math, your 3 hours or so on, there's not a lot more you've got much you're used to school unless you start teaching that real life skills, you know what I mean? What you've got to use in the future.
Are you linked up with people kind of elsewhere in Europe who are doing sort of similar things to stop fracking and stop Monsanto?
Yeah, well, like I say, I'm really engaged with a lot of people now, and a lot of people in fracking. This week I'm going up to Hull because the wellhead at Hull has already failed. It's a first fracking well. They're spending over £25,000 a day to try and keep this wellhead safe. I'm taking Channel 4 with me and a whole load of press, and we get on the front line and hoping to expose what's really going on. We've got some reports and that, so yeah, I'm taking direct action, and like I say, every day is a busy day for me from morning to night. Is involved in meetings and coming up with no plans. And what I found as well with setting up a political party, I found you also got to be a psychologist as well, because you've got to deal with all these mad people where they're like, oh no, Lord, you know what I mean, all these like cysts and all shit going on with it. Like you think, oh my God, not only have I got to stop fracking, you've got to be able to do the psychology side of it, which I never accounted for in businesses. You know what I mean? That's become a big part of it as well, I found, you know, dealing with people and all this madness, you know what I mean? Individual madness as well as the world's madness, you know what I mean? So yeah, it's been a massive learning curve for me.
Anything else? Well, I just want to say I've actually done a few walk downs at Barton Moss, lots of people I know, because it's like having faced himself, with himself. So it's been interesting for me to see how they're perceived, but I think there's so much misinformation around the fracking debate out there. There isn't anything. And I did go to Joe's debate that I had in Manchester. Yeah.
Well, it wasn't a debate because
no.
nobody came from there.
Well, that was the problem. No one from the fracking side of things has kind of presented. So
why would you frack?
Why would you?
No.
Only the stuff I've seen has been negative, and nobody's come out to tell me, well, anything different. So I don't understand why we're not getting a say in it.
Well, I did actually have a debate live on radio with a German doctor who was fracking and absolutely saw him apart. I think he decided never to have live debates again after I finished with it.
I just want to say, like, I think in terms of the different issues that you're kind of involved in and targeting, one of the things that personally I think needs a lot more media coverage is TTIP and like what is going on with that, and just completely getting rid of democracy and just power to corporations instead of people, and it's so scary. And I guess like fracking is so important, but there is more media coverage on that, I think, and kind of, I don't know, this, how can we make sure that people actually know that cheating's going on, because it's so secret, and it's just not being talked about, so.
Well, it's like the fracking, it's not being talked about, the CCI deal is not being talked about. Like I say, nobody knows that there's something behind it.